Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures,
the podcast that fuels your passion for obstacle course racing, running, and adventure.
Since 2017, we have released weekly episodes for the seasoned pros,
weekend warriors, and everything in between.
We discuss the industry news, travel for live coverage,
and interview athletes and key voices in the athletic community.
We cover it all, from fundraising events, personal triumphs,
to world records, FKTs, and world championships.
Standing on the corner.
Now let's get started with your hosts.
Lost all my clothes.
Michael Stefano and Katelyn Ritter.
Hey guys, it's Katelyn.
And Mike.
And Mike, how was your weekend?
Pretty good. I had a little bit of relief from the crazy work stuff that's been going on. Hence why this episode is late and everything was pretty chaotic lately. Went to see Zelly for her birthday.
We saw another troll.
We did see another troll down in Providence. That was fun. I think that was it.
Yeah. You got drunk?
I did. Second time drinking this year. I can't leave Yard House sober or Down East sober. We went to both of those places.
We did.
So that was fun.
Mike, shout out our sponsors.
Shout out to Mudgear and Caterpie. There's codes with those.
Mudgear, use code ADVENTURE for 15% off your next purchase. And Caterpie, use code OCRReport20 for 20% off your next Caterpie purchase.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, we kind of flipped the script a little bit because I didn't have time to prepare because I have more work stuff to do before, during, and after I do this.
Yeah, so I'm winging it. We're going to shout out our Patreons, Mike, our $3 plus. If you'd like to support us over on Patreon, do it on the website and not on the app, since Apple will charge you more.
Perfect. So the active
$3 and more. I don't know if that's the right one, but that's what we're doing.
No, it's $5 more because it's not the first of the month.
It's Katelyn's show and we're doing $3.
Well, too late. Jason Dupree, Samantha Thompson, Bradley Keel, Charlotte Engelman, Aaron Grindstaff, Cheryl Miller, Hank and Eileen Stefano,
Laura and Stephen Ritter,
Jessica Johnson, Christopher Hoover, Kevin Gregory Jr., Evan Irick, Brent George, Logan Nagel, Seth Renderconnect, Steve Bacon, Robert Landman, and Jules Estes.
And shout out to the OCR Report
for being a great home for us on the internet.
And to
Will Hicks, the Podfather. Check it out over at theocrreport.com.
And to our sponsored athletes,
Javier Escobar, Kelly Sullivan, Ryan Brizzalara, Joshua Reed, and Kevin Gregory.
We didn't have a poll, we don't have a meme, and we don't have a badass. No. So we're going to jump right on down to quick news.
Which, unfortunately, we do have a lot of, so we're going to have to get to that, starting with what?
The New England OCR Expo.
Yes, again, that will be Saturday, March 28th in West Boylston, Massachusetts, and we hope to see you there. Next up, the Dubai Games happened. I don't know if anyone still follows this stuff. I thought the only interesting part was that, the teams were putting together funny videos together. But I'll post a link down below if people want to watch some of that. It doesn't really get a lot of exposure, so I'm not overly interested in it.
Moving on to the Mudgear Hannibal Race Pro Team changes.
They posted big changes are happening for the Pro Team. We're going back to where it all started, but we're not staying there. Conquer the Gauntlet has been part of our DNA from the beginning. It's where grit was forged, rivalries were built, and champions were made. But this team isn't just about honoring the past, we're here to shape the future of OCR. That's why we're excited to announce a powerful new chapter, the addition of Mythic Race. One of the premier OCRs in the country, Mythic Race represents innovation and elite competition, and we're proud to stand on the front line. So from this point forward, we race, we train, and we compete as the Conquer the Gauntlet Mythic Race Pro Team. So 2 legendary platforms, 1 unified team. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the ads of the Spartan Race and Tough Mudder class action lawsuits that are going around. Looks like it's by Scout Your Case, which kind of sounds kind of sketchy, but those are floating around, and it even got highlighted by Spartan Race, who made an ad making fun of that.
Yep. Up next, a German bobsledder, Olympics Dream, was funded by OnlyFans. Well, not funded by OnlyFans, but she was like a poster on OnlyFans, and that's how she was able to get to the Olympics.
Yeah, it's tricky because the Olympics notoriously don't pay anyone, and they're really cheap and really, I hate the Olympics, so not a great corporation there.
Right.
Austin Clapman?
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, I think you sent it to me. It said, get ready, you're running the, I guess
TCS.
Strava said this.
Yeah.
Get ready, you're running the TCS New York City Marathon with Team Strava. From the Super Bowl field to the streets of New York, you never know where a Strava activity may lead. See you at the finish line, Austin. And so this is one of the guys that was dressed up as a bush during the halftime show.
Yeah, and he logged his activity on Strava and it like blew up. And then he posted like, shooting my shot, can I get myself a New York City marathon bib? And then Strava responded.
I think that is fantastic. This was posted by Hyrox America and Hyrox World, and it just simply said, in memory of Rylan Shadegg, forever in our hearts. And it's a video of Rylan's brother and Rylan's dad taking on a Hyrox together as a team, which I thought was really, really cool.
I love that. 20 years ago, astronaut Suni Williams ran the Boston Marathon in space. Now that she's retired from NASA, the Massachusetts native will be running the 2026 Boston Marathon as she is the recipient of the Patriots Award.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It's crazy. Up next, we're going to talk about a Manchester adaptive Hyrox athlete. It was his first event of the year, and he did his Hyrox under 1 hour, and we will hear more about him next week.
Yes, that's the plan. The interview got pushed back a decent amount, which is why we had to do a re-release for this episode, but yeah, looking forward to hearing more about that as Katelyn's conducting that interview. I think that's all we had for quick news. Secret link is fired down below, so let's get to what this episode is all about, Katelyn. So it is a rerun of episode 114.
The Spartan Greek Peak Winter Sprints with Elites. So this was originally released March 2019. And when we released it, we talked to Joshua Reed, Meg Julian, Logan Nagel, and Josh Fiore.
That's it?
Tiffany Palmer and Heather Golnick.
Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I think it's the first time I've met a decent amount of these athletes too. I think it's how I really became connected with Noob Sanity and everything.
Right, and for those of you who are newer to OCR, Spartan used to have like a winter sprint series.
I genuinely think this is the last Spartan race I had a lot of fun at.
It was so much fun.
It was great because it was unique, and unfortunately they don't do winter races anymore. They used to. And I think this was one of the last ones. 2020 was the very last one.
We ran it with
Joshua Reed.
Yeah,
he was doing his, I think he won. And then his second lap, we kind of jogged it with him. So neither one of us have listened to this episode in a long time. So hopefully it holds up. It's from, again, as Katelyn said, 2019. So hopefully it holds up better than the 2017 ones. But let's get to that episode.
Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures. You'll hear from elite athletes, race directors, members of the OCR and running world, as well as our own community, M. Stefano Running. We have been traveling since 2012 to complete obstacle course and road races all over the Northeast and beyond. Our focus is to shine a spotlight on the incredible athletes that race in our region, to inspire ourselves and others to step outside our comfort zones, and share our love for the sport that has changed our lives. And now, here are your hosts.
Standing on the corner, lost all my clothes.
Hey guys, it's Michael Stefano.
And Katelyn Ritter.
Where are we, Katelyn?
We are in New York, upstate New York.
Upstate New York. How long was the drive?
Like 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah, with some traffic and back roads stuff.
We didn't really hit any traffic, but Dunkin' Donuts stop was like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, because that person couldn't figure out how to... He told her 3 donuts and she asked us 4 times what the donuts were. Those are pretty bad odds. So I ran with my sweatpants and cotton long sleeve shirt.
Can we get you better race gear?
I know.
What is wrong with you?
As Josh Chase was sure to point out, apparently it's because I like to blend in and look like an amateur so I can kind of fit in with people. But I also wore my mud gear socks because I want the best for my feet.
You already know that I like to keep it black and orange. But did you know Mudgear sells more than just socks? Mudgear also sells fitted race jerseys, loose tech tees, and freestyle shorts. Support the company that supports the sport of obstacle course racing. Head on over to mudgear.com and use the code ADVENTURE for 10% off. I don't have to spell it again, do I?
No.
Thank you for our Patreons, Will Hicks, Sean Collins, Jason Dupree, Matt B. Davis, Alex Youngworth, Kim DeVos, Anonymous, Samantha Thompson, Matt Punton, Dave Claxton, Mark Duplessis, Brad Keel, and Charlotte Engelman.
That was better. That was much better. Shout out to the OCR Report for being a great home for our show, and again to Will Hicks
The Podfather.
And happy birthday to him.
Yes, happy belated birthday, Will.
Yeah, I don't think it was public on Facebook. Oh, no, it was public
That's
on Facebook.
That's how I found out it was his birthday.
Oh, was it? Okay. And he is not 54 years old, as the rumor implies. All right, so we're going to go over some quick news, but if you don't want to hear about this and want to skip to the content, look below in the show notes to find out where you can skip to get to content.
This is not quick news.
Yeah, it's not quick news this time. We're going to start off with the $1 Million Mile.
Okay.
So you were excited about this. I barely watch TV. I'm excited about this. So first off, it airs March 27th on CBS. It's hosted by Tim Tebow, who is a football player.
Well, now he's like a baseball player. I think he signed on to like the Mets minor leagues.
Oh, is he trying to pull up Bo Jackson?
Well,
because no one can do that but Bo Jackson.
Apparently, he can do it.
Oh yeah, is he doing well?
Apparently, I don't know much.
So basically, the premise of the show is that there are defenders who are defending $1 million, and you get a certain amount of head start.
I think it's a 2-minute head start on a mile course.
Yep, which sounds easy, except there's obstacles and other stuff in the way. So the defenders, people who are chasing down the people, will start off with Emma Chapman, who I almost forgot who it was until I read the description. She's the reigning TMX World Championships from last year. She's really strong.
But is she fast?
I mean, for a 1 mile course, you have to be strong and fast, so I think she has a good mix of that. Hunter McIntyre, everyone knows who that is. He had a podcast, couldn't keep up with it. Moving on. VJ Jones, who... Did you see the ad? Because I got the most excited for him.
No, I didn't see the ad.
Because he's like, I'm young. I'm one of the best, getting to be one of the best in the world. Like, I'm going to defend $1 million. So super excited to see him on the show. How about this one, Katelyn?
Eric Hammett Sheen.
Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know as much about him, but apparently
from Russia.
Yeah, so he's apparently Russia's one of Russia's leading stuntmen, and he's a really cool free runner. And they showed some really cool clips of him. And there was Max Fennell, who I was pretty excited to see. I don't really know as much about him, but he's the first African American professional triathlete, which is awesome. Really cool because you don't see a lot of African Americans in triathlons or obstacle course racing. So yeah, it looks like he's competed in 54 triathlons and dominates in cycling, swimming, and running. So that seems really cool. Robert Killian, who we're a big fan of on the show. Haha. They call him the captain. So he's
ex-military, right?
I think he's current. No, he's active duty.
Oh, I didn't know that.
For like 13 years. He's Green Beret. He's a badass. I'm a big fan of his, and he's really humble when you talk to him, and I respect that. How about this one, Katelyn?
Rebecca Hammond.
Yep. So she is a local. She actually lives in the same place where your brother lives.
Oh, yeah, she lives in Somerville.
Yeah. And she's smart. She's athletic. She's an awesome mix between the two.
She's in Harvard for med school.
Yeah, no big deal. So super excited to see her on the show. And then Orla Walsh. Do you remember her?
Nope.
She was one of the first women interviews we had on the show. She's known as the Vermonster, but they had to name her the Vermaniac. Which, quick correction, Mappy Davis.
Oh yeah, the Vermonster isn't a type of ice cream. It is a sundae at Ben & Jerry's where I think you get like 12 scoops of ice cream, like 8 toppings, a banana, a brownie, a cookie, a whipped cream, sprinkles, the whole thing.
It's a lot. I had 4 people try to take it down all together and we failed.
And I think it's one of those things, too, that if you can finish it under a certain amount of time, like independently, you get free ice cream for like a chunk of time.
And then we have Isaiah Vidal, who's definitely one of the top short course athletes, along with Hunter McIntyre. It should be interesting to see how he does. And then Faye Stenning, do you know quite a bit of her?
Yeah.
She's one of the best female athletes in the world. So it's really awesome, the cast that they have for this.
I think what they need to do is have like everyday people, like they probably will, but then they need to do like, you know how like The Masked Singer?
Oh yes, yeah.
They need to do like a masked version of it where they put like actual athletes in the thing, and maybe like instead of $1 million because their odds are higher, maybe it's like $10,000 to their favorite charity.
Yeah.
But like, how cool would that be? And then they like rip off their mask and like, oh my gosh, it's Ryan Atkins, or like, oh my gosh, it's Tom Brady.
I think yeah. Oh, if you had like Tom Brady and stuff, that'd be pretty cool.
Like, how cool would that be?
And then other news that's been floating around all over Facebook, at least on mine. You can talk about this because I don't know who he is.
Johnny Manziel's wife.
Yep. The name is Bree. Denies cheating in a half marathon despite world record pace. So, wasn't like the first few miles slower than your pace?
Yeah, so her first like couple miles were like 12-minute miles, I think. Does it say?
I don't see it here, but I know that the last bit would have been extremely fast. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, she was running each mile at a 14-minute, 20-second pace. I ran like an 11-minute mile.
Yeah, so in order for her to have finished the half marathon in an hour 59 minutes, she would have had to run the last 6.7 miles in 26.54 minutes, which is around pace of like, what, 4 minutes per mile?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Absurd.
There's no way you go from a 14-minute pace to a 4-minute pace. Like, admit you cheated.
Yeah.
Maybe you got off course. Like,
yeah, maybe it was an accident. But the thing is, if you find out that you set like a world record, you have to kind of reflect and be like, oh, something must have happened. Like, I didn't mean to.
Right.
But when you deny it as a whole, you look stupid.
You do.
So there's that.
Oh, so there is a new rule for is it the London Half Marathon?
I don't know. You read the story. I didn't get the chance to.
Oh, the London Marathon. So they used to have a rule saying if you were a guide runner, you don't get a medal.
Oh, no, this is a different one.
But they were handing out medals to the guides unofficially anyway. But now they like fought for that because they're like, hey, like these people are helping their peers complete 26.2 miles, not only on race day, but they train with them throughout the whole marathon training process. So London is giving the usual amenities to the guides. You get food, drink, apparel, medal, bib, chip, and free race entry.
Yeah, I think that's huge. It's not like they're not putting in the work. They have to run. It's almost more work to have to pace yourself with another runner, because even if you're faster than a runner or slower than a runner, to match someone's pace for that long, that's tough.
Right? And like, we want this sport to be more inclusive, and like, what better way to make it inclusive than like giving the guides what they want? I wouldn't want to run the London Marathon and not get anything from it.
Yeah, and I'm sure that they're not running it for the medal. They're doing it because it is their job, but at the same time, give them a medal.
How much does it cost? It's not a job. I think it's volunteer.
Well, it could be. You know more about that than I do. But this story that I was pointing to.
This story?
Yes.
But I don't really know how I feel about this story.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then.
So a dog attack left an Olympic trial qualifier with wounds and 21 stitches. Her name is Katelyn Keene, and her goal was to win the Cincinnati Flying Pig Marathon in May. But while she was out for a training run, she got attacked by... They're calling it a pitbull mix. Her Facebook post or Instagram post said pitbull. For me, like, was it actually a pit? Like, I feel bad. This is horrible that this happened.
Yeah.
But, like, was it actually a pitbull? Or are we just, like, calling the dog a pitbull because people are afraid of pitbulls? Let's give them a bad name.
That is a serious problem in the society. And, like, but, like, look at the stuff that in the comments are all, like, kill pitbulls, whatever. But it's crazy that she got attacked like that. And now she's... chances are she's going to push through and continue to do well. And that is, do you know who this person is?
No.
This is the, Steve Tucholsky?
Yes.
I think this is the person that trains him.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, he's really hoping that she bounces back.
But, like, people are either like, oh, of course it was a pit bull. Those are aggressive dogs. Or they're like, why are we calling it a pit bull mix? Why not just a dog? Or what is the pit bull mixed with? Was it a shepherd mix? Like, use...
Yeah. If you're going to start to be specific, be completely specific, kind of. I don't know. But there's that. But, like, the pictures, like, that looks...
It's intense.
Terrifying.
It does look terrifying. And luckily there was a woman nearby who was able to, like, hit the dog with rocks.
Yeah. Because the scary thing about the only big difference I know of pit bulls compared to others is that they can, like, lock their jaw.
Yeah.
And, like, that is extra scary. But at the same time, it doesn't make a dog more aggressive. It makes, I don't know, whatever. Now, you also had this story at the top here.
New record for the 1 mile race. Mm-hmm. Some guy, it was an indoor mile.
Still, a mile's a mile.
I don't have the news article in front of me.
Okay.
I didn't know that was going to be on there.
Sorry.
You showed me, like, okay, don't forget about these 2 news articles, and then you left that one gone.
I wrote this twice, so I'm going to say it twice. Speaking of a mile, I'm not big into watching TV, but the $1 Million Mile looks amazeballs. That's funny.
I can't believe you wrote that.
In more recent news, We just found out this morning that 4 open waivers, the top 4 open waivers were disqualified from Greek Peak's results today because their times were all faster than Joshua Reed's, and Joshua won.
And they missed timing mats.
Yes, at the barbed wire crawl, I believe. So, like, either they got off course or they specifically cheated.
The course was so well labeled with the red tape.
Brilliantly labeled. And they even made a joke in the start line, like, if you find white tape, you're lost. We use red tape because there's snow out there. And in last news, I feel like I've done a terrible job with this so far, but I'm trying to spread awareness of smaller races and help out our listeners that want to get more discount codes. So for those, especially hearing this episode in this area, you should definitely check out Viking Obstacle Race. May 5th. It's in Greenville, New York, which means I think it's 2 to 3 hours east of Greek Peak. So if you're from New England and traveled all this way, there's barely an excuse to miss this one. If you use coupon code Adventure10, you'll get 10% off your race entry, and you'll see me there.
What was the code?
Adventure10.
ADVENTURE 10?
Yep, with the number 10.
10.
10. It's planned to be another one of my big races back. I'm going for the 8-hour option, so be sure to say hi.
Why are you doing that?
Because I signed up for it like months ago.
Oh,
and it's like a really cool thing you can get. And also we talked to Jared Newby from Noob Sanity, and also you should definitely check that out as well. All right, well, that was a lot of news. Thank you for hanging in there if you did. If you skipped ahead, no harm there. Katelyn, what is this episode all about?
The Spartan Sprint at Greek Peak. If you've been listening for a while, you know that we are in, like, woohoo, Spartan Race. But we made it out here to Greek Peak, and we had a blast.
Yeah, and just to clarify that the main reason why we're not, like, super gung-ho on Spartan Race is I've been doing it since 2012. Kaylyn's been doing it since 2013. The standardized obstacles definitely have their place in the competitiveness, at least, especially. But I don't know. I wanted to go out and do more fun. And fun for me was like new obstacles, new this. But I had a blast this weekend.
Yeah, I had so much fun. And it's so funny. Mike and I were talking about this. We used to get like, back in the day when we just ran Spartan Sprints like once a year, we used to be so sore. And like I woke up and my one shoulder is sore from the sandbag carry. But like other than that, like I feel good.
Yeah, my arms are a little sore. But yeah, especially Greek Peak, we've been wanting to go for the past couple years. In 2017, we were in Hawaii. We have a couple episodes on that.
Yep. And
I don't remember what the hell we were doing in 2018.
Was that last year?
Yes. What were we doing?
I think I was in Maryland.
Oh, maybe. And I don't think I said this in the episode, but what was your favorite part of the race? I'll give you some time to think about that. Mine was completely just strange, but I was doing the bucket carry, and I saw a person in a Deadpool costume taking a rest, and I go over and whisper, I hear there's chimichangas at the finish line. And he laughed so hard.
Oh,
and got up and
my
continued.
favorite was also at the bucket carry. Mike was probably 20 feet in front of me. Like, he got his bucket first and took off, and I had to wait for my bucket because they didn't have as many women buckets.
They had so many buckets, didn't they?
No, I had to wait for somebody.
Okay, that's good to know.
Oh, no, you know what? Scratch that. I think I chose to wait for somebody because it's easier to get the bucket than to pick it up.
The truth.
But and then I realized like bucket carry is something I'm really good at. I realized that I could close the gap between Mike and I. So by the end of it, I was like on your left, and I caught up to you.
Yeah,
and I was booking it with that bucket.
I started to speed up a little bit too. But yeah, you did really well. It was a good fun race. And now that we've talked for a long time, let's get right to the episode. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
All right, so your name, where you're from, and how you did today.
All right, I'm Samuel Hebert from Montreal, Canada, and I finished second today.
How you feeling about it?
Really good. It was a pre-season race, first one for this year. Feeling great. Was testing a lot of like weakness during the off-season, ankle, shoulder injury. So it was a test run, and it went super well. I was great pace. It was a magnificent venue, honestly. Good little uphill, nice downhill, some crushing snow, flat run, high pace. It was really nice.
Now, when Katelyn saw you on the A-frame, it looked like you weren't in second. What happened in that last stretch?
I missed my spiritual.
Okay.
So I was aiming to be like at 80-85% of my intensity today to really be safe with my still like uncorrected injuries. So, and it went super well. So I'm really happy, but I messed my spiritual and I lost my first place there. I didn't know if that would have changed in the second uphill, the last part of the race, but I was like almost a little bit more than 10, 20 burpees in front of the second one, and he nailed it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go faster on my burpees, but it burnt me out. So on the second uphill, I was toast.
I'm wicked happy for you. I'm assuming you're going back to NORAM this year?
Yes, for sure.
Awesome. What other big A races do you have for this year?
Since last year, I race all the teams event at Tao and at NORAM and OCR World. And we finished first at all of those. So this is my number one race this year to like repeat that and trying to maintain the title. And other than that, I'm going to attempt way more stadium series this year. So it's going to be my first time stadium series. Awesome, yeah. So I'm going to race way more in the US.
And it's a beautiful shirt. Where'd you get that?
From Spartan Pro Team. Yeah. Thanks.
Any other sponsors you'd like to thank?
Sorry?
Any other sponsors that you'd like to thank?
Yes, for sure. Platinum Rig. Yeah, this is my main sponsor. And I'm fueling on bricks. So maple syrup gel. So this is my way through in the race. So, yeah.
And where can people find you on Instagram and social media?
Yeah, my name on Instagram it's the Modern Superhero. So, and on Facebook it's just Samuel Ebert. So hit me up and follow up my season for sure.
Yeah, because you changed it. It was originally Samuel, and I couldn't find you.
Yeah, last year was Spartan SH, and now it's the Modern Superhero. Still SH for my name, but because I am broadcasting pretty much my life and my city, good action and everyday stuff, so I want to represent way more my all-around lifestyle than just Spartan. But Spartan's still my main obstacle race.
Well, awesome to see you again. Congrats on today, and good work.
Thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Joshua Fiore from North Andover, Massachusetts. I got fourth place right behind Tyler. It was rough. It was very deep snow. Downhill game wasn't what I wanted it to be today, but yeah, these guys crushed it though. They deserve the podium, so it was fun.
Awesome. You got a pretty sweet shirt on. How you feeling about that?
Oh, dude, being part of the Spartan Pro team, that's like dream come true. I've been working at this since like 2011, so this is awesome. This is a dream come true. I'm looking more into like doing the faster stuff this year, plus the ultras, so it'll be a great year. I'm excited.
And a lot of people may know your name because you were the first one to win the Spartan Ultra Championships.
Yep.
So how was that out there?
Oh, it was great actually. Oh, this is so much better than ice. Weather was nice. It was sunny. It was beautiful. It was a fast race. It was good though. It was fun.
And I heard you talking about the importance of like interacting with the pit crew, it being a dictatorship. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I've done World's Toughest Mudder last year, and I agree.
Yeah, my fiance was my pit crew, and we basically it was a democracy before the race. You know, we talked about everything, like what to do, what I'm going to need in this part of the race. But when it comes down to it, when you start getting ultra brain later on in the race, you don't know what you need.
You're familiar?
Yeah.
Dictator.
You're brain numb. My fiance would be like, oh, I need to put some more lube on. I'm good. No, I'm like, no, you're going to put some on now. You're going to eat something now. Yeah. So you need that.
And you said fiance. There's a story with that, too. You had an awesome finish for a couple of reasons.
Yeah, I actually proposed to my girlfriend at the end of the race. I carried the ring with me the whole time, my Solomon pack. So, yeah, she didn't know it was coming. It was the greatest surprise ever. So it was awesome.
Well, great to finally meet you. And what other races will you be doing this year?
I'll definitely be at Jersey Ultra. Going to be doing a lot of the Mountain Series races and hopefully at least a couple of the National Series. So, yeah, I'm mixing it up this year.
So. Yeah, great to meet you. Nice work today.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Logan Nagel, originally from Windsor, New York. And for how out of shape I am, I feel I did all right. It was a good race, ran clean, had fun, so can't do much better than that.
And there's another big thing you're concentrating on as well, law school, right?
Correct. I am just about to finish up my second year down at Penn State Law. I've got a couple months left of that and then one more to go.
And something that didn't get brought up the first time we met, were you on a certain show, The Selection?
Yeah, it was number 19 on the History Channel's original series, The Selection Special Operations Experiment, with Ryan Kett and Macaulay Crocker and
Christian Griffith.
And Christian Griffith. And not many people know it, but during original casting, Brett Stewart was also there, one of the 40 finalists. He just didn't make the show. He decided to leave to finalize his house sale.
Yeah. Well, that's super cool. So I did not realize that. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I watched that. How was that experience? I know it's a lot to talk about.
It's all right. It was, I commonly tell people it was the best and worst thing I've ever done in my life. I've never had anything more brutal, more grinding, and more mentally exhausting, but I've never learned, taken more, or changed more from a single experience and group of people than that.
Yeah, awesome. And what big races do you have coming up for this year?
This year, I took pretty much all of 2018 off from serious racing. I had some fun. I did a couple of events, but I didn't spend money. I didn't travel due to a combination of school, injury, and illness. This year, I've got all of the Noob Sanity Point Series. I've got a couple of local races around here. I'll hit a Savage race or two. And then I'm hoping to get Killington again this year. There's a couple of trail races and ultras that I do in the Pennsylvania area. And I'm making my return to World's Toughest this year.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely see you there. And good job today. We'll see you back on the course soon.
Thank you very much. Good to see you again, Mike.
I'm Tyler McCready. I'm from York, Pennsylvania, New Freedom. I got third place today.
How you feeling about it?
Pretty good considering like this first race of the season. I wasn't planning on doing any Spartan races this year because of a few events that happened. But glad we came out. We volunteered yesterday helping the staff, and then came out here and had a blast. It was fun.
What did you think about the course? Have you run this event before?
I ran it the last 3 years, and it's pretty similar, but every year they always try and up it, make it. It was really enjoyable. Great weather. The first year was like 5 degrees and negative wind chill, so it's a big improvement from the first year.
What other big events do you have coming up for this year?
Honestly, we have about 25 races we want to do. I have to talk to a few people to see if what we will be doing, but mainly ultras and a couple of the National Series races and Mountain Series races, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, just a few things we have to work out to see if we'll be doing any more.
So congrats. Hope to see you on the podium again soon, and nice work today.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Heather Golnick. I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia. We moved there from Colorado 5 months ago, and I was third today.
And you said it's your birthday today.
I am 49 years old today.
That's awesome.
And so my goal was to be on the podium for those Masters women.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was a fun course. I missed my spear.
Yeah.
So I was like hammering to catch, the third place girl. That last hill was just everything I had.
Yeah.
Legs were burning.
And how epic is it to have that shirt, though?
Oh, this is pretty awesome. This is actually my third year on the Spartan Pro team. They have to have the Masters ladies represent. So
you comes up with the best of them, too. That's awesome.
So, yeah, thank you.
Any other big events for the rest of the year?
I'm doing Alabama next weekend.
Oh, good.
And then now since I live on the East Coast, I'm going to try a lot of the East Coast races that I've never done, like Asheville and Jersey Beast.
What about Killington?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try that one, too.
Killington is epic, but it's a good race.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. We hope to see you again on the podium soon.
Okay, thanks so much.
My name's Meg Julian. I'm from outside of Boston.
And how did you feel about the course today?
It was a fun course. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I expected, especially running after the men, that the course was going to be way more padded down, and it was not. It was very, very powdery, like mid-shin deep. It was challenging, but fun,
Did any of the obstacles give you trouble other than the spear throw?
I had to wait at the plate drag. You could tell that only 4 lanes had been used. There were 8 available, but unless you wanted to pull through powdery snow, it was worth the wait. And the sandbag was rock hard. So it's essentially another bucket carry. So that was fun.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Now you're representing Noob Sanity.
Yes, I am. We got a huge crowd here today, so I'm super pumped.
Yeah, everywhere you look, there's someone with the shirt.
We kept is about 45 minutes away from here, so.
We kept thinking we saw you because we knew you always ran in black long sleeves, black pants, red wife beater.
Oh, there's another one. There's
50
another
other
one.
people, exactly.
I think this is Nick.
No.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
First place was also Noob Sanity too. I don't remember her name.
Oh, her name. All right, her name is Dream Kronenberg. It's I have no idea how to pronounce her last name. It's Kleinberg or something. But she's something to watch. Yeah. She is fucking phenomenal. She's 26 and just when she puts her mind to something, she is a force.
Yeah, it was a quick battle to the finish. It was her in second place. I don't remember her name, but it was
Tiffany Palmer.
Oh yes, yeah.
Not that I,
Yeah, right.
not that I stalk everybody, but you keep an eye on the
So last time we talked about this absurd Noob Sanity race that you guys have where you're running bathing suits. How did that go for you? How'd you play?
Oh, really well. Actually, I came in second to Jareen, so, she's going to be a tough person to catch this year. Yeah, but it was really fun. It was a little bit cooler, and again, just like super powdery, but it was fun. And our next one is in April, and that's for like the strength people on our team. It's called Wreck and Roll.
I heard that. Yeah, that's rough.
So that's the next one we'll look forward to,
Great talking to you, and see you again.
Yeah, take care. It's great to see you guys.
I'm Tiffany Palmer. I'm from Crofton, Maryland, and I came in second place today.
How you feeling about that?
I felt pretty good. I had a clean race. That's what I came for. The last 2 years I've actually won, so obviously I wanted to three-peat it, but yeah, it was a good race. It was really close.
There was a crazy battle for the end there. What was going through your head?
Just go as fast as I can and catch her. Yeah.
What other big events do you have coming up for the rest of the year?
I'm going to Asheville. That's one of my favorite races, so I'll be there. Doing City Field for the U.S. Stadion Series. Yeah, I'll be there. And then a lot of local to Maryland, and yeah.
Do you ever do Savage Race? Because I know that's a good Savage. And
I do, yeah. I do Savage, Maryland and Pennsylvania. Those are one of my favorites, so yeah, I'll be there.
And you got an epic shirt on, too, so how you feeling about it?
Feel pretty amazing. Yeah, it's been a goal of mine since I started 2 years ago, so finally made it this year, which is awesome.
You absolutely earned it today. Congratulations, and we'll see you again on the podium soon.
Thank you very much.
My name is Joshua Reed. I am from Red Hook, New York, and I took the place that comes first. I took first place. I said that in a weird way.
It was awesome to watch. Now, can people still... We talked about it before on the show.
That's Joshua Fiore.
Yeah, no big deal. Oh, you missed it? Come on.
He's the champ.
So, do you still have your training going on?
Yeah, I'm still training up. Yep.
Yeah. How? Where can people find out more about this training thing you're doing?
If people can find me on Facebook at Joshua Reed, or they can go to my 6-week OCR immersion course. You can pretty much type that in. That should pop right up. Or hit me up on my Facebook and I'll lead you right to it. It's a 6-week obstacle course training program. We're getting ready to do City Field. You can either start it now and you hop right in on City Field and be shredded and ready to go for it, or just take it on, get super, super fit, and get ready for the race that's around you.
Train like a champ, right?
Train like a champ.
Now, something that I need to get straight that I don't know why I haven't asked before. Your last name, Reed or Redinger?
So, if you were to look at my birth certificate, it does say Joshua Redinger, but no one ever pronounces it right. So I'm like, I'm just going to shorten this stuff up. Make it simple, give it a good flow, Joshua Reed. That's how it goes.
Okay, that makes it nice and simple. What events do you have coming up for the rest of the year?
So I'm going to do City Field. I'm going to do the Bear Mountain North Face Endurance Challenge because that was the first endurance race I ever did. Loved it. Got to go back. And after that, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do the Tough Mudder 12 hours, see how I'm feeling. But I definitely want to make my way to West Virginia for the Spartan Race, Tahoe for the Spartan Race, and to the NORAM Championships. Those are the one I'm sent for this year.
Well, we'll probably see you at City Field. We'll definitely see you at NORAM Championships. And congrats on your finish, buddy.
Thanks, man. Keep an eye out for high fives. Yeah. High five right here.
Woo. Boom. Got that? Did you hear that? So your name, where you're from, and who you're representing today?
My name is Jarrett Newby. I'm from Binghamton, New York. I'm representing Noob Sanity. I'm the owner of Noob Sanity.
So great to finally meet you. I heard this is a big course that you're good at, but you're dealing with a hip injury or something?
Yeah, so last year I just had this nagging hip pain. I tried to push through the whole season. After Killington, I did okay. I got 5th up there, so I just missed the podium. And then I got my MRI results, and I had a bone fragment about the size of a Skittle. I had a torn labrum, and they needed to shave down some bone damage from the bone fragment bouncing around. So right now I'm coming back from an injury. I'm rehabbing, hoping to get cleared by the doctor in the next month or two. I can do pull-ups like a champ right now, but I need to run. So hopefully I'll be somewhat back together by Palmerton and then full speed by the fall. I'd like to give Killington another go. Maybe not be on a podium, but at least be in their back pocket.
Absolutely. I think that injury is very similar to what Ryan Kempson had too, I believe. So that is tough. What advice do you have to people that are stuck on the sidelines for a while and just dealing with, the recovery life?
There's always something that you can do. So it was tough for me. And the first thing that I did was I looked at what I could do. So I talked to my doctors before I even had surgery, and we called it prehab. So what exercises I can do to get myself ready to go after surgery. You got to give yourself a little bit of time to rest after surgery, but you can focus on nutrition, you can focus on sleep, so I really focused on those, and I tracked them every day. In the same way that I normally track miles, I tried to track healthy eating and nutrition. As soon as I could get back to doing some things, I have a hip injury. let's do pull-ups, let's do dead hangs. So I started off with dead hangs. I got back to pull-ups. I'm back to everything upper body. I can't do dynamic movements yet, but hopefully in the next couple weeks I'll be cleared for some smooth, flat running, which is nothing that you'll ever see in OCR. But by summer, by the fall, I'll be back to full strength, and it's just really tempting because I have an obstacle course in my backyard, so that's how I normally train. So normally I walk out the door and I have a playground, and instead now I'm driving somewhere to go run, walk on a flat surface. So it kills me a little bit inside.
Yeah, I'm dealing with piriformis syndrome, and I don't have temptation staring me in the face like that, but it is super rough to not be able to go out there and do what you love. So this is my first race back. We'll see how that goes. And have you made appearances at World's Toughest Mudder too? I believe Logan was saying that.
Yeah, so I've been at World's Toughest Mudder 4 times. So I did the first year in New Jersey when I almost froze just like everybody else. Yes. So
before you realize you need a wetsuit and all that.
I actually brought a wetsuit, but it was super cheap. I didn't have a windbreaker, and I actually had the lap leader band at about midnight. So I was ahead of pack, and then I froze. And I'd like to think I'm one of the reasons that they have the medical rule now where if they tell you to stop, you have to stop. Because they stopped me at the medical tent and they said, yeah, I'm just going to go back to my tent to warm up. You're right, I should stop. I just put my stuff back on and went back out, and they found me a couple miles later. And I told them I was fine, but what I actually said was just a bunch of gibberish because I had hypothermia. So that was the first year I've done it. I've done it 3 more times. So I got 75 miles during the sandstorm year. I think I was 7th overall for men's, and then I did 80 miles 2 years ago, so I didn't do it last year because of the hip thing, and I think I was 11th overall. I had a couple teams and got beat by Rhea Coble, the machine.
Yeah, she's tough. We did last year. We were doing that for the first year. I got 50 miles, and you're right. There's a certain part where your body just stops and your just mind takes over, and you just think you can keep going and think you can keep going. That's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about what Noob Sanity is. We've had Meg and Julian on the podcast to talk about it a lot. But what big events do you have coming up this year?
So our big event this year, we have Mud Gauntlet. So we do that every spring. We're a local event, so we try to keep prices reasonable, but our obstacles go toe-to-toe with any of the national brands. I mean, some real deal stuff. We have a 15-foot warped wall. We have a 32-foot grip lane. We have some things that we've just built that I can't even compare them to. You'd have to see them for yourself. If you can, we don't have to tear it down every week, and we have a background in construction. So we build some really cool stuff, and hopefully we see a lot of people out for that. We also do 6 other events throughout the year, everything from a run in the winter. We have a bathing suit class. So we got a bathing suit class to we do an ultra race where we break it up a little bit differently. We do 4 hours as far as you can go on our obstacle course, then you flip it around and you go 4 hours as far as you can go on our trail course. So our trail course doesn't have any man-made obstacles, but think of the worst part of a Spartan race, and it's the whole way, where you'll get someone that maybe runs a 15, 16-minute 5K, and they'll win our 1-lap race in maybe 31 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's gnarly and it's fun. It makes it fun. We have ropes going up some of the ravines because they're so steep you'd never get out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so with Shale Hill closing, which is another permanent obstacle course in this area, and how far are you away from this venue right here at Greek Peak?
We're about 25 minutes. And I think the thing that really makes it easy for people is we're 2 miles off of Interstate 81.
Yeah, Bill was saying that.
So I know a lot of people, you go to an OCR place and you're like, oh, it's in this city, and then it's nowhere near that. Yeah. So Binghamton's not a big city, but we're literally 2 miles off the interstate. We've got about 150 acres, probably 100 of it's the obstacle course. We got another 50 that's the trail that just goes up and down this big gnarly hill.
Yeah.
And we're going to be there. That's where I live. We do it because it's fun.
Yeah.
I have a real job. I work a boring job, schlepping groceries. I do data analytics for a big company, but we do this because we love it, whether it's the races or whether it's the training.
Absolutely. So it's safe to say there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of people racing this weekend. People drove really far. I drove like 6.5 hours to get here. So that much less of an excuse. People should go and check this out, I believe. Where can people learn more about your events?
You can go to noobsandy.com. I know that's not the easiest thing to spell, but my last name's Newbie. But if you go to NEWBSANITY, so noob as in newbie, sanity.com, you'll see everything about our races, about our training. If you're ever just passing through the area, feel free to send us a note. I live there. I love OCR. I had some people come up, throw the spear, just because they were worried about that today at Greek Peak. They're driving by. I said, yeah, let's do that. So even if we don't have an event or a training scheduled, you're going to be in the area, send us a message, and hopefully we can get you on the course because we love OCR.
And you'll see a lot of people at Greek Peak, like everyone's representing. You have a table here. It's pretty awesome. So
we also do the training stuff. So we have a team here. We have like 30 or 40 people, from people that are probably going to win the beer tent later to we had 3 girls in the top 10 elite today, and we had the winner. So we had Jareen win. She's probably not a name for a lot of people, but hopefully you'll start getting used to her name. She's a monster. She is. And she's a phenomenal athlete. We have Meg Julian, who's like our obstacle specialist. We have Sarah Corba, who's competitive, in any Spartan race, but you get into the beast, ultra beast distance, and she's going to compete with the top female. And anything shorter, Jareen's a monster. And I think she's
I'm super shy.
And I think she's going to be a name people are going to start to know, in the coming months and years in OCR. Like she's a hard worker and a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, she had an epic finish. Second was like right on her tail, but second had, didn't have much.
I think this is her. Is it her second Spartan race or third Spartan race? She mainly just does races at our course.
Yeah.
And it's taken some time for us to push her to say, hey, come try these. You're going to do really well at these, because we have such a competitive group at our course. Where you're like, well, if I was close here, what's going to happen to Spartan race? It's like, well, you might win.
Yeah, especially because Megan podiums a lot, and I guess I think she beat Megan at like the swimsuit one, right?
Yeah, so Jareen won our Frozen 4-miler for the women, and I think Meg was our second place female. Sarah was third. Today we had Jareen, Meg, and Sarah all into the top 10 for female. We had Jen Reese, who's one of the top female masters. We have some people. Yeah, and we have a bunch of people on the guys' side as well. I think right now our ladies are showing us up, so we got to step up our game as the guys, but we'll take that anytime. And I think a big part of that is whether you're at Noob Sandy or any place else, if you train specifically for obstacles, you got to get on obstacles, because there's a lot of technique stuff that you don't get on a regular race weekend. You get to do it once and then you either make it or do burpees, but you do it again and again and again. Even if you made it here, could you do it twice as fast? You probably could if you got to practice it a lot. So, whether it's Noob Sandy or whether it's finding something at your gym that simulates it or another permanent obstacle course, work on pushing yourself to find a faster way of doing what you're doing today. If you watch our athletes, all of our athletes flip over the walls. It's not to show off. It's faster and it's easier. You look at us on, the rings or the grip rig. We typically don't fail them here because our grip lane, it's nunchucks. It looks like Ninja Warriors. So all of a sudden it's rings and ropes. We're going to do that all day and we're going to do it fast.
There's actually one more aspect that I wanted to talk about when it comes to Noob Sanity, and that's the kids event. I heard that a kid beat you on the monkey bars or something?
Oh yeah, so we do a kids training, and the first thing I'd say about the kids training is a lot of times I think OCR races do a disservice to kids races. The kids are capable of doing way more than we give them credit for. I grew up racing motocross, and we're not going to ever put a kid in a dangerous situation, but let's have them do real obstacles, just maybe a little bit lower. So when I think of that, we put up a ring lane for the kids, and they were all just cruising through it. So it's 10 rings to go across. So I made a challenge: who could go through it the most times? And one of them did about 100. So he went through 10 times. I took the time when no one was there. I went through it 11 times. I ripped my hands apart to do this. So the next kids event, I told him that. I was like, kids record's still 100, but it's 110 now if you want the real record. He did 225 rings, so he did 25 passes basically on this.
I heard there was a lot of eye contact involved.
He stared me down the whole time. It was just the coordination to be able to stare me down while doing the rings as a 9-year-old. I just had to give him a high five afterwards, and I got done, and he he basically was like, so you're gonna go for 230 now? I was like, you got me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now that Spartan's starting to take the kids more seriously, now they have like their own championships. Hopefully, we'll see more of them on the podium there.
Absolutely. We had one of the kids finish second today.
Oh wow!
So we had one of the kids finish second. He's been up training. They've been training all winter. And again, it's practice. You know, these kids play a lot of other sports, but they just do this because it's fun. You know, and since they've done that, you know, we can't keep them off the obstacles. They've been learning stuff, and as they've mastered the technique, you know, they're going over anything that they can get their hands on. You know, 9-foot walls, they'll be kicking off, grabbing the sides. If they can get their hand on the top, they can get over it. They can go through crazy grip lanes. It's pretty amazing. It's like watching American Ninja Warrior kids, but in your backyard.
It's playing, and like unfortunately, at some point in life, we start to lose that, which is why OCR is so great because we get back to playing. So again, great to meet you, and looking forward to going to one of your events in the future.
Absolutely. We can't wait to have you guys, and hopefully we see a lot of people out there.
Thank you. All right, we're in the car after Greek Peak because Katelyn doesn't know how to walk and talk in the podcast.
I just find it so annoying, and then we can't hear each other, and then it's like, what? What did you say?
We just got distracted by the weird meat chips.
Okay, but still, like, it's just not a prime time to be talking.
Right. Talk about the race.
It was fun. You talk first.
You're like the worst person to interview. Anyway, so...
I need questions. I need prompts.
You don't know how to... Okay. So, it was pretty great. Definitely an easier Spartan. I think Spartan Race is definitely making the sprints like much, much easier. All the obstacles were on the easy side, which was nice. Definitely more geared to beginners, which I enjoyed. Pretty powdery up there, so it was hard to run in that, so you'd have to go to like over to the side to kind of run in that. Our way, we didn't go until when?
Was it 11:30?
I think so, around there.
Yeah.
Our original thing was 10:45, but we figured we'd stay and do elite interviews instead, which went well. Yeah. So, Katelyn, what obstacles did you do well with? What did you fail?
I failed anything upper body related, so if anybody would like to train me in upper body strength, I would greatly appreciate that.
Okay, how about what obstacles were out there?
The rings, is that what they're called? It's a ring, yeah. The monkey bars and the rope climb.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. They also had the Atlas carry, Herc hoist, some of the usual ones, and you know that is what Spartan Race excels at. It's standardized obstacles. The only thing I missed was the spear throw. I was pretty pissed by that.
Spear throw after my third attempt.
Yeah. Who did we see out in the course?
We ran like a mile with Joshua Reed, which was awesome.
I think a mile is generous.
I don't know. It was a big chunk of time.
Yeah.
We did multiple obstacles with him. He dominated them.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I think I beat him over the 5-foot wall though.
Oh shush.
And then I was next to him for the monkey bars, and he blew right past and waited for us. I'm like, Katelyn has some burpees to do. We'll catch up with you later. And we did. We saw him at the spear throw.
Yes, we did. And
he nailed that one.
Nailed the spear throw and gave us some techniques. I really think that if I'm ever going to invest in like obstacle course training, he might be the one I go to.
Yeah, you definitely should. Like I said, if I was feeling better, I would. But I don't know, leg held up pretty well today. A mile through the course, my leg felt better than it ever had. What are some other thoughts about the run?
I ran most of it and I wasn't winded, so my half marathon training must be working.
That's important. How was the terrain out there, other than snowy? Was it muddy at all?
The parking lot was more muddy than the course.
Yeah, there was one part of the course that was super muddy. It was technically off course.
Oh yeah, we accidentally went off course.
Yeah. Any bad falls out there?
So many bad falls. I'm gonna be so bruised. I fell before we even got on course.
That's true. I had one bad fall where I smashed my elbow pretty hard. But other than that, it was right at the end. I knew I was gonna get something.
I went a tumbling.
How about the venue, like the overall festival experience?
It was a good one. They didn't have a lot of vendors like they do at Killington, but we can't. This is a little rinky-dink race compared to Killington.
That's true. What? Anything different?
They didn't have buy one get one Chipotle cards at the exit.
That's a good point too. But what about the ice sculptures?
Oh yeah, they had ice sculptures here.
Yeah, I've had those for the past few years here. And Angela and Jimmy always take pictures with those. Hopefully they have a picture of that too. And it was cool. What do you think about the medal?
It's really cool. I like the light blue. It's my favorite color.
Yeah.
One of my favorite colors.
Yeah, I was saying how awesome it was, and Molly corrected me in saying that the snowflake one is better. And I do agree. It's pretty awesome.
Scratched. That's a bummer.
That's fine. Adds character.
But I like that the lanyard says Sprint 2019, and that the medal is a special medal, Michael.
Yeah, because it's a winter sprint. Which is why I kind of want to do one of the stadium series, Stadion, so stupid, series, and like maybe mountain series. I don't know. Maybe I will go for my trifecta. It depends on the beast. I don't know.
Michael, we just went over this.
And the pie piece is slightly different too. It says 3 miles, 5 kilometers, 20 obstacles. And it was pretty close. It was 3.6.
7? Let me check. I texted it.
So that was pretty great how they're keeping it small, because I remember when I first started it was 3 to 4 miles, and then it started to get to be 5.
Officially 3.7.
Yeah. So, I mean, they kept it close, which is good, because Spartan Race likes to make everything longer and harder, but longer doesn't always mean a more difficult course. I mean, you talk to any of the elites out there, sometimes redlining is even more difficult. So, any final thoughts on this event? Would we recommended it to
Anybody?
Anybody? Wow, look at Katelyn talking about Spartan like that.
I told you, like, as we were walking through, I'm like, I think I could do my Spartan Super. And then I'm like, oh, but if I do a Super, then I have to do a Beast, and I don't want to do Killington. My best friend's getting married in Jersey, the Jersey trifecta weekend. Yeah. So I talked myself out of it.
Yeah. Always do South Carolina. That's nice and easy, especially now it's back to Winsboro. But overall, I had a great time, and maybe realized how much I missed Spartan, I guess. This was my first race in a year, because I didn't do one in 2018. And how about you, Katelyn?
This is my first Spartan race since maybe the Killington Beast in 2015.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
4 years. Oh my gosh, 4 years. I graduated college 4 years ago.
But yeah, we'll be back, Spartan. You did a good job today.
Yes, we will be.
All right, guys, welcome back. Katelyn, were there any other races this weekend? You're eating the Reese's that you bought for me. Good. Appreciate that chocolate and peanut butter. No, I don't believe that there were. Head on over to M7 Running to learn more about Angela and Jimmy. Oh, we didn't even talk about that. They did the event too, but they were a little bit... they needed to head back before the storm hit, which the storm wasn't bad for us, but in Maine and New Hampshire, I guess the storm was pretty bad.
And Angela finished 12th in our age group.
Oh, yeah. Super cool. So go to our website to learn a little bit more about them. Backlog of episodes. First off, thank you to all you guys that have been paying attention and like going back and listening to those episodes. I hope they hold up. I haven't listened to them in a while, but I know that after we talked about one of the older episodes, a lot of people went back and listened to them. So for this one, if you go back to episode 9, that's actually when we were in Hawaii, and I believe we had Angela call in. And episode 62, we were in Massachusetts, and I think Angela call in again to talk about it. So it'd be great if you guys go back and listen to that. Obviously not as much first-hand experience because I wasn't there and we didn't get to lead interviews like this time. But hey, the show's progressing. Katelyn, good timing. Do we have any iTunes reviews?
We do.
Oh.
I just have to find it.
That's fine.
It's annoying that they don't pull in order. So it says we have an iTunes review. Because we went from 23 ratings to 24 ratings. But I can't find the review.
All right, well, in the meantime, I'm going to talk about this. So I didn't ask for permission if I could read this on air, so I'm just going to keep it anonymous. We posted an Instagram story just saying, hey, we have a bunch of Instagram followers. Do you guys know that we're a show? Do you listen to us? All this stuff. And we got the comment, I like you guys, but generally only listen when you do OCR-related episodes. I'm not telling you to do more of it, but I'm not from the New England area, so I don't relate to those episodes that have the local road races. And I completely agree. We are a weekly show, and in order for it to be a weekly show, we can't cover an OCR every week because we focus on the Northeast. And I think our quality would definitely diminish if we were to try to cover West Coast races, especially since Heather Bodie at Overcome and Run does an excellent job over there. So if you only listen to selected episodes, we still love you. That's awesome. If you listen to all the episodes, you're even more cool. But still, like I do appreciate that feedback, and I heard that from some other elites that I talked about too. And like the fact that they're listening to us makes it super exciting for me. Did you find that review?
No, it didn't pop up. It just said 24 5-star reviews.
All right, maybe we'll find it next week. And if you did leave that review, thank you. We'll just have to figure out what's going on with that.
Thank you, guests, athletes, those people that we pulled from after they finished Greek Peak and were willing to chat with us.
Yes, and apologies for the one girl that we scared away when we asked to interview her. Now we know that we won't try that again. Let's look forward to see what we have planned for future episodes. And I'm talking slow because I'm trying to remember. Caitlin, do you remember what we have for next weekend?
Nope.
I don't either. I know that Boulder Dash is coming up soon. Oh, Caitlin, you're going to be in Chicago next weekend.
I am going to be in Chicago next weekend. I guess I'm doing a St. Patrick's Day run.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because that's what you have listed.
Well, that's what you told me to write. That's what you told me to write. Go back 2 episodes if you want to hear Caitlin say, I'll probably do a St. Patrick's Day run because I'll take one for the team.
Oh.
Remember? Yeah.
Well, here we are.
We'll figure it out. If not, I have some other things planned as well. The following weekend, Caitlin?
Hot runs with Javier Escobar.
Yes, we still haven't asked him, but we have to figure out a weekend to have him on. Hopefully a weekend when you're back too, so we can all do it together.
I'm not eating those hot wings again.
No, it will be very similar to if you're a patron supporter. You know where this is going, and it's going to get crazy.
You know.
So the audio episode will be on here, but we'll make a video for the next month's Patreon video. Following weekend,
Boulder Dash, Winter Dash,
which I think Lynn Hall just released that this may be the last Winter Dash. So please go ahead, support. It's in Rhode Island, and it's always a good time. We'll be running with the Special Abilities team, right?
Next is Fit Challenge 12, followed by Terrain Race Texas and City Field Spartan.
Yes, we should definitely be there. And a lot of the elites that we talked to today said they'll also be there. Looking forward to seeing your faces again.
Please follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. But most importantly, if you like what you hear, give that subscribe button a good old click.
And the reason why Katelyn laughed is because for some reason it says, please us on Instagram and Facebook. You can do that too. More than anything, though, subscribe if you liked this episode. Stay tuned for our weekly adventures. And hey, if you're not interested in Katelyn St. Patrick's Run, you don't have to listen to it. If you do, cool.
You should be interested.
And we try to respect your time too.
One.
We'll keep the road races episodes pretty short, and we try to make the OCR episodes longer. But it is tough because I do know we have some listeners that only like their road race episodes. So we try to straddle the line the best that we can.
Patreon is a great way to support us monthly and gain access to our exclusive private videos and private Facebook group.
Yep. This podcast is free. It will always be free. But if you want to give $1 or more per month, which is less than a cup of coffee, you'll have access to our videos behind the scenes. I know that our last one was behind the scenes for making the Mud Gear ad.
It's also,
and sometimes we do games and stuff.
It's also cheaper than Terrain Race.
Because of the bag check?
Oh, just because Terrain Race is like $5.
Well, no,
processing fees.
The bag check is, yeah, that's true. Caitlin, do you have any inspirational quotes or funny jokes before we end this?
I have both.
What you got?
Why do hummingbirds hum?
Because they can't sing.
Because they don't know the words.
No.
Why don't you iron 4-leaf clovers?
Why?
Because you don't want to press your luck. I have one more.
Okay.
What do you call chimpanzees who share an Amazon account?
What?
Primates.
Oh, that's kind of funny. All right, what do you have for a good quote?
I guess I didn't have one.
Okay, thanks for that. All right. Well, that just about wraps it up. My name is Michael Stefano.
My name is...
I'm leaving that in.
And my name is Katelyn Ritter.
All right, and we'll talk to you guys next weekend.
Have a great week, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you have any feedback, please leave a review. Reach out to us on social media or send us an email at obstaclerunningadventures@gmail.com. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you won't miss our weekly episodes. Our intro music is Streaker by Straight Up, and our outro music is Iron Paw by The Best.
I don't have anything to talk about.
At all?
That was your news segment.
You had so many things that you're like, make sure I talk about this, make sure I talk about that. You forgot about everything.
Oh, well, the thing I wanted to say is, we'll talk about who's on the show.
Okay.
All right, so we just finished the Greek Peak Winter Spartan Sprint, Katelyn, your thoughts?
It was really good. I was not excited going into this. I didn't even want to do it. I did it.
How likely are you to recommend Spartan Race to a colleague?
I gave it a green smiley face.
Green smiley.
Oh, I wonder if we're getting free Chipotle.
That'd be awesome. Those lasted for a wicked long time. So while Katelyn's getting free Chipotle coupons, potentially, I'm going to talk a little bit about the race experience. So it was the first time I've raced a Spartan in about a year. It was more fun than I remember. It looks like they're getting their stuff together.
No, buy one, get one free Chipotle cards.
What? Come on. What's this Gone Rogue stuff?
Chips?
Sure, grab a couple.
I think it's chicken.
It's basically chicken jerky.
Oh, okay.
The teriyaki is amazing.
Oh, good to know. Grab some of that, please. There we go.
Oh, this is bacon. I thought it said...
Come on, Katelyn. This is... Katelyn's editing this.
Okay.
Nope, you take it, you talk.
No, let's just start over.
No.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about the movie Friday.
No, but what kind of questions?
We're talking about the race, Katelyn. Say something.
I'm not ready. You always do this. You just throw the microphone in my face. Can't we wait till we're in the car?
We just finished the race. This is when we talk about the race.
We could talk about it in the car.
Welcome back.
Thank you to the athletes that we spoke to in 2019. We appreciate you taking time out of your Greek Peak experience to chat with us.
Yeah, and hope you guys enjoyed this kind of throwback to memory lane. So, related episodes, apparently episode 9 is titled Greek Peak Winter Spartan. I believe we must have had someone call in to talk about that. So, very, very early. I don't think that one would hold up well. But following that, episode 62 was Greek Peak Spartan Sprint, Tough Mudder Ambassador, and Fit Rock Trail 5K. Again, I don't think that one was live coverage. We just had the one episode that was live coverage, which was this one, which was episode 114. Don't bother listening to that. You just listen to that.
Right. Subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcasts. We are Obstacle Running Adventures and all of the podcast players.
You can leave a review. You can like and follow us on social media, and you can support us over on Patreon for as little as $2 or as many as $10.
Coming up next...
A lot is coming up next. Katelyn has 2 interviews that she's doing this week because she's crushing. And she has
interview.
School vacation.
1 interview.
What about the other one?
I have not been contracted to do that.
And I'm just swamped with work like I've never been swamped before. And if I don't get this stuff done, autistic kids don't get their services. So thanks, insurance companies, for popping this on me. I hate you. I hate you so much. Joking quote?
Yes. Which presidents were the greenest?
George Washington.
Nope.
Abraham Lincoln.
Nope.
The ones on the money.
The Bushes.
Oh, gotcha.
And my quote is from Walk the Earth. It says, "You will get there, but right now you are here, and here is wonderful." All
right. Well, that just about wraps it up. My name is Michael Stefano.
And my name is Katelyn Ritter.
I got to get back to work, and we'll talk to you next week. Or
Bye.
less than a week, because it's Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite podcast platforms
so you don't miss our future episodes.
We would greatly appreciate if you write a review.
Reach out with feedback on social media.
And most importantly, share the show
with a friend or family member.
Our intro song was Streaker by Straight Up.
And our outro music is Iron Paw by The Best.